Hello, and welcome back to another video. My name is Jaleese, and today we're going to be doing a quick 10-minute yoga session focused on getting your energy flowing and the blood flowing in the morning to get you started for a beautiful day. So let's get started. Today we're going to start at the back of the mat, feet hip distance apart. We're pressing all four corners of the feet down into the mat, standing nice and tall, and breathe. Just a couple of breaths here. And on your next inhale, make it a big one. Exhale, sigh it all out. Good. From here, we're inhaling. Those hands come up to the sky. Exhale down into a forward fold. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. From here, we're walking the hands to the top of the mat into plank. Take a breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here. On your next inhale, we're rippling forward back into a plank and straight down into chaturanga. From here, we're inhaling up into cobra, shoulders back, and exhale back down to the mat. From here, we're pressing into the hands, back into our plank, and going straight into our downward facing dog. Breathe while you pedal your legs out. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side. On your next inhale, we're looking towards the hands at the top of the mat. On the exhale, you can step or jump back up to the top. Inhale halfway. And exhale it down to forward fold. If you like, you can keep your hands on the mat here. Or if you want to come into a ragdoll, grabbing onto opposite shoulders, elbows, you can definitely do that. Straightening one leg at a time. And breathe into any areas where you feel that tightness. One more round of breath here. On the exhale, both legs come back to bent. Bringing the hands to the mat. Inhale all the way up into mountain. High mountain. And exhale, hands down to the sides. Take a breath here. Allow that blood to rush away from your head. When you're ready, inhale those hands back up to the sky. And exhale the hands down to heart center. From here, we're coming into a tree pose. So we're shifting the weight onto the left leg. And whenever you're ready, you can bring the foot up to the shin or up above the knee, whichever feels best for you today. I'm going to keep mine down here today. One more breath here. On your next exhale, we are releasing that right foot and stepping it straight to the back of the mat into a high lunge. Rocking back and forth on the heel of that, on the toe of that right foot. Just getting a little stretch. And when you're ready, hands come up to the sky. And we're exhaling, hands down to the mat to frame that front foot. On your next inhale, left hand comes up to the sky in our revolved low lunge. Continue to breathe. On your next exhale, left hand comes back down. We're stretching into that left knee and coming into our pyramid. If you need to shorten your stance a little bit, feel free to walk that right foot up. Inhale, nice flat back. And exhale, fold. On your next inhale, we're coming back into our low lunge. Take a breath. And exhale, step that right foot back to the front. We're inhaling halfway. And fold. Inhale, we're rolling back to the top. Exhale, hands down to heart center. And whenever you're ready, we're coming into tree on the other side, right? So press that weight into the right side. Find your balance. And when you're ready, find your tree. If you're rocking or shaking a lot, that is just fine. That means your body's just trying to find that stability, which is okay. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, we're releasing that left foot and stepping it straight to the back of the mat into our high lunge. We're going to rock that left foot back and forth just to stretch that out a little bit. On your next exhale, finding stillness. We're inhaling the hands up to the sky. And exhale, hands come down to frame that right foot. On your next inhale, right hand comes up to the sky in your twisted low lunge. Shoulders down from the ears, distributing the weight evenly in your left hand and right foot. On your next exhale, right hand comes back down. We're stretching out that right leg into our pyramid. Whenever you're ready, inhale to a nice flat back. And exhale, fold. Remember, if you need to step that left foot up, feel free to do that. Inhale, bending back into that right knee. Coming back into our low lunge. From here, we're going to step that left foot forward. And while you're still down in your forward fold, we're just going to heel toe those feet out to the edges of the mat. So toes pointed out, heels in. And whenever you're ready, we're coming down into a Malasana squat. Now, if you have a block or a pillow or something you can sit on and you need a little support here, feel free to do that. But try to keep as much weight into your feet as possible. Whenever you're ready, we're bringing those hands to prayer. Elbows come to the insides of the knees. Shoulders down from the ears. And continue to breathe. Good. On your next exhale, we're just sitting the glutes back onto the mat. Coming down onto the elbows here. Just going to roll the ankles out. Roll them out. Roll them out. And switch directions. If you're sunk down into the shoulders, try to press up out of them. And from here, we're just going to rotate at the knees, making big circles the lower half of your leg. You can make them as slow or as fast as you like. And exhale, we're switching directions. This is good for waking up the hips, for hip mobility, good for, same for the knees. And exhale, we're bringing those feet back to the mat. And we're just coming back up to seated to close out our practice. Coming into a comfortable seated position. Closing your eyes down here. Just taking notice of how your body feels. On your next inhale, we're bringing both hands up to the sky. Exhaling into prayer, and thumbs come down to the forehead. On this day, may we keep kind thoughts of ourselves and of others. May we focus on thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, and thoughts of positivity. Thumbs come down to the lips. On this day, may we speak words of life, words of love, and words of truth unto ourselves and unto others. Thumbs come down to the heart center. May our hearts be at peace. May our hearts be open to giving and receiving love. Thumbs come back to the forehead as we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in your practice. Hopefully this helped and you feel a little more energized, the blood is flowing, and you feel a little bit more ready for your day. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think, how your body feels after versus when you started, and I'll see you next time.